SDM templates. So what is SDM? So SDM is switch database management. Okay, so what it do is it prioritize the system resources to give support for certain features. Basically, if you want to optimize some of the features in your switch, let's say if I want to use more ACLs in my switch, but I don't need many VLANs, or if I don't need many routes, but I want to use it for more access lists. So we can optimize these resources. Okay, so if you want to change the template, and it needs to be enabled, so it requires the reload of the switch. Okay, so what are the templates and resources available? So by default the switch uses the default templates, so which balances all the functions. Okay, the templates that we have available in a switch is a default access template, routing template, VLAN template, and then dual IPv4 and IPv6. So what default will do is it balances all the functions. What access template will do is it maximize the ACLs, and what routing template will do is it maximizes the routing capacity and basically the routes in the routing table, so it can accommodate more routes in the routing table. And the VLAN do is it can maximize your VLAN configuration, but if you enable this, there is no routing in the hardware. So what dual IPv4 and IPv6 will do? So it supports both IPv4 and IPv6 routing, and again you have an option even with the dual IPv4 and IPv6 whether you want to use the routing template for this or VLAN template for this. Okay, and so what are the resources that each template contains? Okay, so it contains unicast MAC addresses, unicast routes, IGMP groups, multicast routes, security access control entries, QoS access control entries, and etc. Okay, so we can basically have a look at after this explanation. So what exactly the switch is having for each template, so how exactly it is categorizing and optimizing the resources. Okay, so how does this SDM work in switch stacks? So in a switch stacks, so the SDM template needs to be matched. So for example, on the stack master, if we are using a VLAN template, it needs to be matched on all the stack members. Okay, so otherwise you can see in this uh, show commands, so basically this output is taken from the Cisco documentation website, and if you do show switch, so here it says that okay, so you have one of the member that is having a mismatch SDM configuration, and you can see the log below, so that is saying like one switch has been added to the stack where it is having SDM mismatch, and in order to downgrade it you just use this command SDM prefer VLAN desktop and reload the switch. Okay, so if you are using a stack environment, you need to be careful before adding so I suggest before adding it to the stack, better change it the SDM template to whatever existing on the master, basically the stack master. So that's where you will not get this syslog error and then SDM mismatch errors. Okay, so the configuration and verification, so by default switch uses the default template because by default it balances all the functions, all the resources. Okay, so if you want to change the template in the configuration mode, you just need to use the command SDM prefer, and what is the template that you want to enable, either access, routing, VLAN, or dual IPv4 and IPv6. Okay, to verify it, show SDM prefer. Okay, so SDM prefer, this show SDM prefer, it will show you what is the current template that it is using, and it will also show you what will be the next template on reload it will enable. Okay, the new template configured will be enabled only after the reload of the switch. So without reload it will not enable the template that you are mentioning in your configuration mode. Okay, So let's go to the switch and let's do a small demonstration on this.